apologies. I should have been here to receive you. But some priestesses run into some trouble. I had to step away. Simply put, aside from what's already been verified, we can no longer see any other of Septimon's auguries. The full scope has always been out of reach, but this feeling of being blocked by an impenetrable white barrier is something I've never encountered. It's as if there's nothing there at all. Well, there is a silver lining. Septimon's auguries concern Septimon's future. But as for smaller, individual futures, we can still see those. For instance, I saw Avidius making a commotion not long ago. But let's talk about why you are here first. Augusta mentioned your situation and said you might come looking for me. You seek help in finding a priestess by the name of Yuno. I wish she were a figment of your imagination, a product of your proximity to the dark tide. That would make things much simpler. Because I did find a record of a priestess named Yuno. But according to the record, she died 3 years ago, buried where the dark tide swallowed the spring basin. The record didn't say, but you must understand, death and disappearance are two different concepts. If Yuno truly died 3 years ago, then she couldn't have been your companion 3 years later, let alone have existed up until today. In other words, if Yuno disappeared today and was erased from the memories of Augusta, myself, and everyone else, then the death 3 years ago must have been a fabrication. It means her death 3 years ago and her disappearance today cannot both be true. If someone has truly disappeared from this world, do they need a fabricated death? Likewise, when someone dies, they no longer exist in a way that others can feel. These two causal chains should be clear. But they crossed paths with you, the unknowable void. Although I hate to admit it, Avidius was right. Since you still remember Yuno, and thus hold on to that last connection between her and the world, you've essentially anchored her. This has caused the causal chain to become tangled. The ending is still unwritten. Right now, she is but a spectre, stuck reliving her past in the chaos between life and death, between existence and non-existence. So you wish to use yourself as a vessel, to anchor the memories, feelings, and connections with Yuno in the chaos, manifesting her back into existence.
Anchor, manifest, whatever you want to call it. All I know is Yuno's not gone because of me. So why shouldn't I be able to bring her back? If I can tangle the causal chain, why can't I create a new possibility?
Your thinking is bold, to say the least. But do you really understand? Chaos isn't just disorder. It's the aggregation of all things. A web of cause and effect. The convergence of infinite possibilities. If you end up lost within it, you risk being consumed, never to return. Even ones such as we, guided by fate, can only pull small insights from certain shores of destiny. What if you enter only to find that you cannot bring Yuno back? Chaos isn't a place in the usual sense. The key to entering isn't about where you are, but what's happening and what you do in that moment. I suspect that 3 years ago, this priestess must have done something that defied fate, which set the course for her inevitable disappearance. If you can get close to that inescapable knot in the causal chain, maybe you'll find a way in. Even with no certainty, you're still heading toward that death trap. Unwritten one. You've made up your mind, haven't you? I understand. One must try at least. Very well. I'll accompany you there.